Hello, hello. Come in and say hello if you're here. There we go. Hi, Joanne. Hello. Hi, Lynn. First timer from Georgia. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to do a little posting here real quick. I want to share this so people can see it. And, oops, didn't want to get rid of it. I just wanted to move it. There we go. So does the picture look okay tonight? Sound okay? You can tell we have a different angle tonight. I changed out my webcam for my phone so I can figure out what's going on with it. So I just have to do some quick business here so that I can let people know that we're on. If you wouldn't mind sharing this, I would really appreciate it. Sharing means caring. Yes, it does. Thank you so much. It looks good. Thank you. All right. Well, I don't know why this isn't letting me. I'm working off of my computer and my tablet here all at the same time. Hi, Mom. Thank you, Lourdes, for sharing. I appreciate it. Hello. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm trying to share it to groups and stuff, but I can't get it to do it. I don't know why I have a problem with that. But anyway, all right. But as long as I can see your comments, we're good. We'll go ahead and get started. Let me move this out of the way so I can see everybody. Yes, I'm back on my phone until I can figure out the camera. I have a glare in my thing, so I gotta adjust this. Yeah, so I switched it back to the phone. Hopefully that'll work until I can figure it out. So anyway, how's everybody doing? We're gonna make a Mother's Day wreath. I am trying to get prepared for a crafting event in May. Hi, Joanne. This is the sign I'm going to be using, and I'm going to tilt you all down in just a few minutes when I get started so you can see the table better. And I want to make sure you have a good view, but this is what we're using. Okay, it's not backwards, good. It says, first my mother, forever my friend. So that's the sign. And I'm going to keep it in the bag because I don't want to get stuff all over it until I'm ready to use it. I don't want to risk it getting scratched or anything like that, so if I can get it back in the sleeve. My hands. Hi, Nay. How are you? My hands haven't been cooperating lately. My carpal tunnel is acting up again. I have a brace that I have to wear when it acts up, but I haven't worn it. But I've been doing Ruffles, and that doesn't help either. All right, so this is the mesh I'm going to use. I had several things picked out earlier today, and I wasn't happy with any of them, so I changed my mind a couple of times, and this is what I ended up with. Hopefully it's going to work. I'm going to make it work. Hi Avenel, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Hi Jessica. Alright, so this, you can't tell when I hold up one piece, but when it's all together you can see it. And in the sign, there's all different colors. Some of it looks like it's a peach, but there is pink, light pinks, dark pinks. There's a little bit of yellow here, purple, greens, blues, and then the roses are like a pink blush color. So those are the colors I'm working with. There's a little bit of purple, some orange, some blue. I don't have anything orange and blue. I just can't make orange, blue, pink, purple, and green all work together. So this is the mesh, and it looks pink and blue on the screen. I don't know if you can really see the purple in it, but there is some purple in there. So it's pink and blue and purple. So we're going to use that. We're going to do ruffles. These are all cut at 30 inches. And I'm going to do ruffles. And then these are the ribbons I have. So I have a pink that says Happy Mother's Day on it. I have the lavender with the Swiss dots. Oh, that's my kind of day right there. Alright, then I have this green, and that's going to bring out that green in the leaves. Let me show it to you again. So you've got the green that's in the sign. That's going to bring that out. You see the purple? Good. And then this one has got all the colors that are in the sign in this ribbon. There's the pink, there's some yellow, light purple, pink, light pink, sorry, and then the green, and then of course the darker pink with the background. So all of those colors are also in the sign. So hopefully this is all going to work. I don't know how these ribbon choices are going to be once I put them on the wreath, but we'll see. If we don't like it, we'll just change it. That's how it works. Hi Lois. And then I have some flowers I'm going to put in it as well. I have this bunch here. And these they look peach on the camera, at least to me they do, but they're actually a light pink and white with a little bit of the darker pink in them. So let me get these comments off of here so I can see what you guys see. There we go. So we're going to add those, and I did remember to turn my glue pot on tonight, so that should not be a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to ruffle these up. I was thinking of doing the Woodland Ruffle, which also is called Ruffle, where you roll the ends in a little bit and then ruffle it up. But I don't know. I've never done it on camera before, so thank you for sharing. The sign came from Personally Yours, and I should have put that in the description, and I forgot. But let's try it. So you roll up and in about 4 or 5 times, clamp it, and I'm going to move the camera down so y'all can see what I'm doing. You don't need to look at me. There you go. Then you turn it around, and you do the same thing. And again, these are all cut at 30 inches. All right, once you get your curl, then you just ruffle. And like I said, my fingers aren't working that great, so it may take me a little while to get it done. And then you got your curls and your ruffle all in one. So it still looks like a butterfly. We're going to put this in. I'm going to start on the bottom. And this mesh is really thin, and that's one reason I did the 30-inch ruffles, because I want this to fill this in, and it will once we get all of them on here. So there's your curls and your ruffle all in one. So then you just make your butterfly look like a flower, and then go to the next one. Hey Josh, how are you? Please share. I couldn't share it tonight for some reason. Again, I've been having problems with it letting me share, so it doesn't get to all the people that I want to see it. So anyway, if you're not aware, I'm trying to build my audience, and I am at 600 right now likes on my page. When I get to 1,000, I'm going to have a giveaway. Don't know what I'm going to give away yet, but I think we got time to decide on that. Maybe everybody can give me an idea of what they'd like me to do with the giveaway, and I will set that up when I hit 1,000. You're in pain? I'm sorry. I'm in pain too. My hands hurt. But I'm sure it's not near as bad as your back. So, like I said, I did post earlier in the week that I made it to 600. So, not too much further to go. I usually twist my wires 3 times. I don't know why, it's just what I do. It's like an OCD, Cindy says it's an OCD thing. That's why everybody always asks me how many times I do it, because I do it 3 times. Anybody got any good plans for the weekend? Is your weather getting nicer wherever you are? Ours was nice today. This mesh is a lot thinner than I thought it was. Still can't get this thing to work. I don't know why. Oh, let's see. Got my computer going over here and my tablet. Maybe it'll let me share from there. So surprisingly, I'm not using any other mesh like curls, because we have curls in this. And I didn't pull out any tubing, but that doesn't mean I won't add some later. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not. It's awful thin. Yeah, finish my breaks. Thank you. Thank you, Janet. Yeah, I like the colors, but this mesh is really thin, so I'm hoping this is going to be enough to fill this in. I don't want to see the frame. That would not be good. Sorry, I'm just looking for my live here so I can share it. There it is. I don't know why I have to have so many issues with computers and okay, I'll just share it from somebody else's share. So again, my ruffles are 30 inches long. I'm curling the ends in about 4 or 5 times on each end. That also helps to keep fraying down because it keeps those cut in edges inside. Off with it. So how many people make wreaths? Are you working on, what season are you working on? I'm doing a event, and it's actually a fundraiser for autism, but they have vendors, and I'm going to be a vendor at the event in May. It's Mother's Day weekend. Oops, that did not work right. Let's redo that one. There we go, that's better. I had it too far over. Anyway, I'm doing an event. Do sunflowers? Yeah, I just did one today. So I have lots of wreaths to make. I've done 2 for autism, and I did a tulip wreath, and I've got, what else did I do? I don't know, the bed behind me is full of wreaths. So I want to have a good selection to display for the event, so that they have not only a variety in price wise, but also, you know, different wreaths, different seasons, different occasions. I'm going to do a lot of patriotic because we live in a military town. So I'm going to do some military, I'm going to do some patriotic, and then because it's an autism event, I'm going to do some autism wreaths. And then just some everyday wreaths. So it's my first event. And I'm nervous and excited about it all at the same time. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just the one day, so I still have to get my tent. I gotta order that this weekend, and then I'm going to, I've got tables, so I don't have to worry about that. Although I do want to get a cover for the tables. I only need one table, really, because I'm gonna hopefully make some stands for the wreaths to display them on. So we'll see how that goes. But it's for a good cause. I'm donating a wreath as well, so they can auction it off. But I'm looking forward to it. I still don't know how I'm going to get everything there. But that's not my biggest worry, so I know we'll figure that out. So if you wouldn't mind, I would appreciate you sharing my video so that other people can see. And like I said, I'm trying to build my audience so I can do my giveaway once I reach 1,000 likes. I'm at 600 now. I was trying to see if I could find the live again. I just keep trying. I'm seeing everybody else's live, I'm just not seeing my own. So again, this is called it's actually called the Woodland Ruffle. Some people refer to it as a cruffle because it's curls and a ruffle all in one. My ruffles are cut at 30 inches, 10-inch mesh. Hi Kathy, how are you? So again, it's kind of thin. I'm not liking how thin it is, so we'll see. This may be one that gets taken apart and redone. I don't know. We'll see how it looks when I get done though. Still have the top half to go, so. But yeah, I don't know why I can't share it. I can find everybody else's video, but I can't find mine. And it won't let me share it to any of the groups. But I see where you guys have been sharing it. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate that. Yeah, everything's good here. Hopefully it stays that way. I still can't get my camera figured out. So I am back on my phone until I get that mess straightened out. I don't know why I have such an issue with that webcam, but everybody says it's just plug and play. You plug it in and go, but it's not plug and play for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Technology has not been my friend lately. But like I said, we'll get it figured out one of these days. I just have to have time to play with it. And you couldn't find my live either, Renee? I'm sorry. Yeah, I try. Hi, Jonathan. Cubby Power. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I had it linked to the bot, the message bot, so that people would be able to do live alerts, but you're not gonna. They can't even do that tonight because that wouldn't work either. Like I said, technology does not like me this week at all. Well, actually, the last couple weeks. So I'm hoping this mesh isn't going to be. It's really thin. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Yeah, I'm not sure about how thin this is. Yeah, you know, I've noticed that Facebook does that. When I'm watching lives, if I minimize the screen and then try to, you know, go back to it and make it big again, Facebook shuts down on me. And I think that has to do with that new update that they just did. Ever since they had that outage, everybody's been having all kinds of problems. I think they tried to do something and it didn't work, and now everybody's all messed up. That's what I think. Funny how they never said anything about the outage. At least I never heard them say anything about it. Tired, yeah. Not tired, I'm frustrated though. It's just been a couple of weeks I haven't had a car in a couple weeks. Bob's been working his butt off trying to figure out what's wrong with my brakes. I don't know. So I usually have to wait until he gets home to do what I need to do, and which has been a good thing and a bad thing. It's kept me from going shopping, but then the bad thing is it's kept me from going shopping because I need to get some stuff. So I don't know. He worked on it again tonight. Hopefully he's going to take it to work with him tomorrow so that he can drive it and test it out. And I have a dentist appointment, so I'm going to use his truck. Yeah, no brakes. I don't know what happened. We bought new tires. We had the tires put on a couple weeks ago. And on the way home from after they put the tires on, the car started acting up. I had to pull over because it felt like one of the wheels was going to fly off. It just was shaking so bad, and I thought, oh God, they forgot to put the lug nuts on or something. But everything seemed to be fine. I got home, and the next day I went to the store and came home or had to come back home because there was something wrong with the car. It was still shaking. And then I pulled into the driveway and there were no brakes. Yeah. And he's had to, because we lived up north in northern New York, up near the Canadian border for a while. We just moved from there like a year and a half, not even a year and a half ago. So my car has of course, the rust damage and damage from the salt and stuff like that, and from the snow. Hey, Casey. So my brake lines were completely corroded, so he had to repair those. So he got that done, and it's still, I don't know, the brakes just go to the floor. So he thinks, you know, he's got it fixed. He's going to test it tomorrow. Oh, I skipped one. No, I didn't. I just didn't fluff it. So he's going to test it tomorrow and see. Hopefully now everything will be fine. But yeah, so for the last 3 weeks, I haven't had a vehicle readily available to me. So I had to wait until he gets home. That's kind of hard when you have orders that come in and they have to go out. I have to wait for him to get home. Hey, Nathan. Nathan's back. Nathan is my grandson, and he is also my head of my fan club. He calls you guys my fans. So he is my president of my fan club. Jonathan's girlfriends are here. Well, one. I don't know. Is Kathy one of your girlfriends too? I don't know. You have so many, Jonathan, I can't keep up. They are part of the group I belong to. We are called Cubbies. And all the girls love Jonathan. Oh, just Casey, Amanda, and Katie. Okay, now I got it straight. Don't want to get you in trouble. And I will give you all a recap here in just a second of what I'm doing. Yes, you did, Casey. I know that. I remember. And they just moved in on your territory, didn't they? Jonathan has a niece who does his lives with him. And they are so funny together. Well, he's funny because he gets frustrated. She's funny because she's a little ham. But you handle it well, Jonathan. You really do. Hi, Pat. How are you? Casey sent you. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that very much. Uh-oh. Poor thing. Well, we will miss her if she's not helping you for a while. We love watching you, but it is funny watching with her. So I'm doing the Woodland Ruffle. This is 10-inch mesh. I cut them at 30 inches. Got one more to go. It's not as full as I thought it would be, but hey, we'll work with it. If I don't like it tomorrow, I'll take it apart and redo it. I will show you all my sign and everything in just a second here. Thank you all for sharing. I appreciate that very much. When I get to 1,000 likes, sorry, I had to count. Can't do two things at once. When I get to 1,000 likes, I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'm at 600 right now. So I really appreciate that. It wasn't very long ago. I was only at like 200. Actually, I was only at 100 and something before I joined Lori's group. So that has helped. All right, so like I said, it's not as full as I would have liked doing it with this mesh. I don't know. I might have to find something else to do it with. But we'll see what it looks like afterwards. Alright, let me get those up. So there's the wreath, and you can still kind of see through it. I know you can. I can. So I know you guys can. But anyway, you see how that when you do that ruffle or that cruffle like that, it gives you the curls and the ruffle all in one. So, let me get this over here. Thank you. Alright, let me get these frays out of the way here. So I don't need that anymore. So here's the sign we're using. And it's a Mother's Day sign, and it says, "First my mother, forever my friend." And then these are my ribbons that are going to go with this. This mesh has got purple, pink, blue, and all in it, which the sign does too. I gotta get rid of these, they're bugging me. Hey Susan, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I know there's probably a bunch of people online on live tonight, so anyway, I have a pink. It says Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, the sign is, I got it from Personally Yours. It's Personally, L-E-E, Yours, all one word. She has a Facebook and an Etsy page, and I get it from her Etsy. And then I have this lavender with the Swiss dots, and I'm going to put that with the pink. And then I have this green to bring out the leaves in the sign. The sign has got a whole mess of colors in it. It's got pinks, purples, dark pink, greens. It's got some orange, some blue. I don't have any orange or blue though. But I do have this ribbon that has all those colors in it. So I'm going to use that with the green tonight. So we'll see how that goes with this. Like I said earlier, I was questioning the choices, but this was my third attempt at putting everything together, and this is what I ended up with. But like I said, if I don't like it, take it apart tomorrow and redo it. No harm, no foul, right? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting these. Oh, and I have these flowers that match too. They look like they're peach on the camera, but they are pink. It's a light pink with the dark pink center. So I'll be putting those on there too to go with the sign. My ribbons are cut actually at 13 inches tonight. 14 seemed like it was too long and 12 seemed short, so we're going with 13. Thank you, Grace. Thank you so much. You like the colors? Well, I'm hoping they all work together tonight. They usually, the ones you think are not going to work are the ones that look the best. So we'll see. I could be wrong. This could be the night that it doesn't work. So I'm just going to spread these out. The mesh is cut at 30 inches. It's 10-inch mesh, pat. And I did the Woodland Ruffle with it, where you curl the ends in about 4 or 5 times and then ruffle it up in the center. But like I said, I'm not real sure about this mesh. It's really thin. I don't care for it. I don't know where I got it either. I looked, the sticker that was on it, I didn't recognize it, and usually I write on my stuff where I get it so that I know. But for some reason I didn't write on that one. So I don't know where it came from. I'm sure it was probably from one of my local stores. Because if it was Craft Outlet, I would have recognized the label on it. I made the form myself. I usually make my own. And I put the pipe cleaners on it. The frame is just a regular green frame, 14-inch frame. And I put my own pipe cleaners on. Oops, how did I do that? Oh, these are out of order. Probably when they knocked them over, they all got out of whack. Hi Lisa, how are you? Yeah, I use the regular work frames sometimes, but I do prefer to make my own. I don't know why, I just do. Yeah, I didn't do the put the frame together on the live. I always do that beforehand. But I just I started a crossbar, and I have a little sewing measuring tape, and I measure out 4.5 inches all the way around. Put my pipe cleaners, 10 on the bottom, 8 on top. And I tie them around 2 bars, not one. And I don't glue them in place. Some people do so they don't move, but I don't have a problem with them moving. I tie them pretty good in there so that they don't move around on me. But it's all in what you prefer. Yeah, maybe one time I'll have to show everybody how I do that. I know that, and some have asked me about how I package my wreaths when I sell or ship them. I've thought about making a video on that too. Well, you know what? I'm putting these in upside down, aren't I? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change that. I want the Mother's Day facing out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, I might have to change this base. I'm not sure about this. I keep saying that, but it's so thin. Let me change this one around here real quick. I want the words going the correct way. This probably would be good mesh, but not as a base. I think it needs to be a filler because of how thin it is. Maybe on top of a pink poof or something. That may be what I have to do, is go back and change it to a poof and then put these on top of that. So is everybody getting their spring weather now? Oh, you have to try, Lois. You gotta try it. Even if just practice one. Buy some mesh at the local craft store and give it a try. Believe me, my first wreath that I did was awful. I took it apart and I didn't do it again for, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months. I sell my wreaths on Etsy. That's the only place I sell right now. Other than to, you know, if anybody wants one in part, you know, a friend or somebody. Other than that, the only place I sell is on Etsy. I have a shop. it's in the description for the live tonight. So if you're watching on a computer, you should be able to see that. If you're on a phone or a tablet, just tap on the middle of the screen and it should give you the description, and the link is there. You can copy it and then you can go look at it whenever you want. And if Cindy's still here, she could put it in the comments for you too. Oh no. Don't get sick, Susan, no. No sickness allowed. Yeah, a sprinter, that's good, I like that. Yeah, I know that feeling. We used to have those up north all the time. Don't miss it. Of course, our weather's been crazy here too. We go from 80 degrees one day to 50 the next. Pollen is really bad right now. We did have rain yesterday. That kind of washed some of it away. But everything's still green. I have to get out the pressure washer and hose everything down. Yeah, the pollen is really bad here. It was nice today too. We had a sunny day and it was 70 something today. It's supposed to be 80 one day this week. This weekend, I think. I can't remember. I was giving Dad the weather update, so. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that, Pat. I hope you're feeling better. I know getting sick sucks. I stay home. I stay away from people. I don't want to get sick. No, I'm in North Carolina. 81 there, Sherry. Sherry's in Florida. No, I'm in North Carolina. I live over by Fort Bragg. So we're in the middle. Well, not really the middle, but they call it the Sand Hills area. But yeah, we're just south of Fayetteville. Oh, nice. I have some friends that live in Tampa. I don't know what part, but I'm sure it's a pretty big area. I've never been there. Yeah, Sherry's north of Tampa. All right, one more on the bottom for the ribbons. So how many new people do we have in here tonight watching? Say hey. If this is your first time watching, say hey. All right, so I'm going to move up to the top. And I want to make sure my ribbons don't end up together. Well, hello, Pat. Hey, hey, first time watcher. Joanne, you think you're new? What did I do to my arm? I have no idea. I scratched it, and it started bleeding. It was actually redder. It's gone down quite a bit. It looks like a burn though, but it's not. Yeah, I scratched it. You know, the older you get, things just start turning red whenever you scratch your arm. And that's what mine does now, a lot. Doesn't take much. But yeah, I scratched it again, and then this morning when I got out of the shower and I was drying off, I noticed that, yeah, when I hit you, okay. I'm the one with the mark on me. I think it's the other way around. So has Nathan worn his new shoes? He sent me a picture of them. He was really excited about it. Oh, well, thank you, Joanne. I'm glad you came and watched us. Us. Me. I say us like there's somebody here. It's a family event, a family affair, so. Yeah, so like I said before, I'm going to, what does that mean, Nathan? I'm going to do a giveaway when I reach 1,000 likes on my page. It's 600 now, just over 600, I think 601, 602. So hopefully it won't take too long. But in the meantime, I got plenty of time to figure out what I'm going to give away. So I'll have to do like a poll and see what kind of stuff people want me to give away. I could give away a gift card. Oh, I don't like that cut. What the heck was that? I could give away some ribbon. I could give away a gift card. I could give away maybe a bow maker, like one of the easy bow makers. Maybe I could give away some mesh. I don't know. But I'll figure it out. Like I said, I'll do a poll and see what everybody wants. Not everybody's a crafter, so. Thank you, Kathy, so much. I'll see you on your next live. Oh, see? They end up together no matter what I do. That's the only bad thing about that. I try to make it so that they don't end up together, and then they do. Yeah, gift cards are always good because then they can use it on whatever they want. Wow. 700 views. That's awesome. Was that how many people were on your live, or was that how many people watched it? after, before and after, because it shows the views before and after. That's great. Can you get them to share mine? I wouldn't mind 700. I'm going to move these and see. Oh. Cindy, this mesh is really pretty, but it's very thin. After you posted it, yeah. That's awesome. That's a lot of people. That's really good. That's what it's all about, the views, getting them to watch. That's how you build your audience. So again, I did a 30-inch Woodland Ruffle. It's where you curl the ends a couple of times, 4 or 5 times. And then you ruffle it up the center. It's called the Woodland Ruffle, or some people call it a cruffle. Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know who's going to be interested. But that was great of him. Even if they just come and take a look and that's it, you know, just the one time, that's still, it's the view that counts. That's the way Facebook does. Everything with Facebook is views. And that's why, that's what helps promote your page and helps it get seen. Facebook uses certain things to showcase pages, some more prominently than others, and it's all about the interaction that they get and how many people are on the page, looking at the page, liking, sharing. That's why you hear everybody asking you to share it and to like their page. Oh, that's good. Race car groups. You can do a race car. You need to do a race car themed wreath for them to look at. That'll get their attention. That would be a good wreath for you to do. Was she? Oh. Yeah, I procrastinated for a long time too. I get it. My grandson kept after me to get it done. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have done it. You know, yeah, you need to do a race car themed, do a couple different ones. That will definitely get their attention. Yeah, Casey's great. I like watching her lives. She's in Utah, so she's on a different time zone, so it makes it easier to watch. Because, you know, everybody on the East Coast goes on at the same time. It's like tonight there's probably 5 or 6 people on right now, probably. I'm still trying to get to 100 people watching my lives. Someday. You'd think with 600 likes that I would have that many viewers watching me, but yeah, her and Jonathan, yeah. Hi Emma, how are you? Yeah, I met all of them through the group I belong to, Lori Jacobs' group. Well, met online. Never met him in person, but someday. Don't you, Susan? Susan's another cubby. She's also in Lori's group. That's how I met her. Did you really? That's good. That was nice. Yeah, it helps when you have other people like that sharing. It really does help. And it's so nice that they do that, you know. I try whenever I'm watching someone's to share it for them. Because I know what that's like. Yes, hashtag cubbies. The pipe cleaners are just normal pipe cleaners. So they're about 12 inches long. And I'll cut these down because I don't need that much. As you can see, there's quite a bit sticking out. But then this mesh is not very thick. And there's not a whole lot going in here. I might still add tubing. I didn't take any out tonight because I wasn't sure I was going to use it. But seeing that this is thin, I don't know. I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to change it out. If I put too much in it, then I got to take it all out. Alright, so there's all of our ribbons. So again, I did 30-inch cuts with the Ruffles, 10-inch mesh. And I did the Woodland Ruffle, which was curled it 4 or 5 times at one end. Turn it, curl it again at the other end the same. And then ruffle it up the middle. Place it in the tie. And then the ribbons were all cut at 13 inches tonight. I probably could have done the 14 now that I look at it, but it just seemed like 14 was too long for it and 12 was too short, so I went with 13. Usually I do 14. So, I don't know. Thank you, Pat. It does look good, but you can still see how thin the mesh is through it. I'm not crazy about that, so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my sign on. And I'm still getting phrase, so. I need to get my little metal punch and my wire. So these signs are tin, aluminum, I don't know what you want to, I guess they're aluminum. So this is my sign, and it says, first my mother, forever my friend, and it has little roses on it, and all the colors that are in the wreath are in the sign. So you can see that. So, and this is just a little jeweler's punch that I got at Hobby Lobby. Most of my mesh and ribbon comes from Craft Outlet. This mesh, I don't remember where I got it. It didn't have a tag on it that I recognized, so I probably got it somewhere local. And that could have been, I know it's not Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby puts their name is on their label. So it could have been Old Time Pottery or AC Moore. But I usually, when I come home with all my stuff, if I buy it locally, I put the initials of the store I bought it from and how much I paid for it, so that I don't ever, I don't have to go back and look again later. It's just there. So anyway, I'm going to punch a hole in this. I'm going to put, I'm going to put one in each corner. And you can find this at any of your craft stores. You can probably find it on Amazon, and it's, I want to say it's called the Beadsmith. B-E-A-D Smith, S-M-I-T-H. You have Carolina Pottery in Smithfield. That's the one I go to. Well, I just went to it a couple weeks ago. I also go to the one in Columbia, South Carolina, because my daughter lives down there. But yeah, I'm only an hour from that one, Lois. I'm an hour, a little over an hour from Smithfield. South. Yeah, Beadsmith, that's what it is. And I use silver wire. We don't have an at-home store here, Pat. I wish we did. I hear a lot of nice things about it. I'd love to go. But we don't have one here. Yeah, Benson's not that far. I know where that's at. Maybe next time I go to Smithfield, I'll have to let you know. Maybe we can meet up. Do some shopping. Have you been to Sim's Pottery in Graham? Which that reminds me, Cindy, I gotta tell you, that's not near Charlotte. I just found out. It's only 80 miles from me. It's actually over towards, going like towards Winston-Salem. Yeah, it's only 80 miles from here. The at-home store is in Kissimmee. That would be nice. Yeah, I don't know where we have one here. I'm sure they probably have one like up in Raleigh. Everything's up in Raleigh. We don't get any of that stuff here. I live in a military town, so we're surrounded by the military base, so we don't get some things. Yeah, the at-home store. Of course, it's a lot better than the little town we lived in New York. We didn't have nothing there. It was a big deal when we got the Christmas tree store, because the only one closest one we had up there was in Syracuse, and that was an hour away. So anytime my husband traveled, I would take him to the airport because it was right there by the airport, and I'd be able to go shopping. Do they? Yeah, it's fun going to different Hobby Lobbies because they all carry different things, which is funny. You would think they would all carry the same thing, but yeah, she might. I'm not sure. I'm thinking, I said this last week too, I'm thinking of doing another live during the week. Since I have so many wreaths I need to make, it kind of makes it so that I have to make them, because I need to build the inventory for the show. Is there a new one in Goldsboro? So I might do a YouTube, I don't know if it would be Friday or maybe Saturday afternoon. Yeah, that's nice. Having family that works at those kind of stores. Get a discount. Alright. I forgot to put my card on the back of the sign, but I can redo it. Alright, so should we go on the side or should we just put it in the middle? I figured I'd put it on the side, and then I have the flowers. Let me cut some of these off so we can look at them. Let's see if I can get them to go in here. There. 1, 2. Well, I'll take the leaves off. I don't want the leaves on them, but I don't know, maybe. What do you think? Wow, that's nice having your niece at Michael's. So what do you think? I can always add more flowers. I've got plenty. I could put another one down here. Usually you want to do odd numbers though, so I'd have to do 3 or 5. You think? Alright, so I'm going to put the sign on the side. And I've got my little needle here that I use to put my wires through. This is a yarn needle. I don't know if you can see that real well. It's about 5 inches long. Thank you. Alright, so I gotta put my glasses on for this. So I'm just going to put these wires through my needle, and then I'm going to push it down through the mesh. Trying to get an opening there so that I don't have to actually go into the mesh. Let me pull these ribbons out here. There. Yeah, the needle makes it so much easier. They have them in plastic too. I bought a couple in plastic just to have But I hate putting the wires in pipe cleaners, especially pipe cleaners. They tend to snag. These wires are not like real stiff, so they bend easily when you're trying to put them through without anything. So this really helps. So that way it just goes right through. Usually you don't have any problem. I gotta put those pipe cleaners down. I'm trying not to cut any of this stuff off just yet because I'm thinking I might change this base out. I'll still use these Ruffles since I made them already, but I'm thinking of putting a Poof base underneath because I can still see the frame and I don't like that. I know if it was me and I was buying it, I don't want to see the frame. So I may have to do that. So I probably won't put the flowers on tonight either because I don't want to glue those and then I can't take them off. But I think a pink base, Poof base would probably be good. I don't know. I probably should have just gone with the one I was going to use earlier today. I kept changing my mind because I couldn't decide what I wanted. I was working on another wreath and I looked up at the clock and it was like 2 o'clock and it was like, I've got to get ready for my live. I don't have anything ready. I didn't even know what I was going to make. Because I have a whole stack of signs over here, so I just picked one. Yeah, the 6-inch glue pot's on Amazon. That's the one I have. Oh, I've not had any problem with mine. I've had it since Christmas. I got it for a Christmas gift. It was on my Christmas list. Yeah, I haven't had any problem with it. Mine's called a Brentwood. It sure makes everything easier, I'll tell you. It's a lot easier than trying to use a glue gun on everything. I still have my glue gun. I got that too. I got a new one for Christmas. Yeah, I just think that the space has to be changed. I probably didn't need these in all 4 corners either. One problem with putting it through the needle is the needle doesn't want to come off once you put it on there. That's the one you ordered? Oh, you know why they're getting burned? It's because their setting is too high. Lori taught us that. Mine is between 254 and 320. And you can touch that, get that glue on you, and it will not burn you. It's a lot different than using a glue gun where you definitely get burned every time you get that glue on you. But with the glue pot, if you keep it at that temp, and I don't change it, I leave it at that temperature, and it's perfectly fine. But yeah, Lori told us that if you're getting burned by your glue pot, then your temperature is way too high. Now a glue gun, that's different, but the glue pot, that's too high. Oh yeah, with the glue gun, definitely, yeah. Yeah, the glue pot will definitely take care of that then. If you're getting burned by the glue gun. Yeah, I think that's everybody gets burned by that. I think everybody has scars from a glue gun. Or no fingerprints. Oh, I forgot to pull this ribbon out of here. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on the flowers, I think, until I decide. I think I tightened that too much. What temp is my pot? My pot is on mine's between two. If there's this one setting is, let me see, it's looks like 254. It could be higher. Yeah, on this one, on the little mini one, it's 284 and 320. Mine is right in between that. Now Lori has the bigger pot, so her setting is a little different. She has the full-size electric skillet, so her temperature would be a little different than what mine is, because ours is just that little mini one. But yeah, I leave it at that setting, and like I said, I can get glue on me, and it does not burn. You still pull away because you think it's going to burn you, but it doesn't. I have yet to have it. I can just peel it right off and no problem. Doesn't leave a mark, doesn't turn your fingers red, it doesn't hurt forever like a glue gun does. So there we go. It ended up in the center anyway. I was trying to get it on the side. It looks like it's in the center. So there we go. I guess those colors did work, didn't they? But I still think I need to fix the base. You can see through there, and I don't like that. If I'm going to sell a wreath, then get what it's worth. You don't want to see the base. You don't want to see any openings. So I'm going to change that out. So I probably am not going to put the glue or glue the roses on, but I will definitely put them in there once I get that done. I'm going to switch it out with the, I'll still use these though. I think I'll still use the Ruffles. I'm just going to put the Poof base underneath, and that's going to build it up somewhere as well. But this mesh was not intended to be a base on its own because it is way too thin for that. That was like something you would buy at Michael's, and I don't make wreaths that you can buy at Michael's. No offense to Michael's. I guess it was a little offensive, wasn't it? But you know what I mean. Thank you, guys. So yeah, I think once I do that, then I will put everything back on it. And then I'll glue the flowers on. So I guess I turned my glue pot on for nothing tonight. So, most of the time I can't remember to turn it on, and then when I do, I can't use it. So, anybody have any questions before we go? Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, it is hard to tell, but you can, if you're standing here looking at it, you can see right in there. You can see the frame. That's a no-go. Definite no-no. So I will leave my pipe cleaners that length for now, because then when I put that Poof on there, it'll take up a lot of that too. So I'll be redoing this probably in the morning. So yes, and one more time, if you haven't shared or liked my page, please do so. I would really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes. And if I don't, if I do a live this weekend, like on Saturday afternoon or something, I'll put out a notice on my page and maybe on my bot if you're signed up for my bot. If anyone would like to get alerts for when I go live or get on my notification list, you can't type it in here, but if you go to my page, the very first post on my page is so that you can put in that you want to get live alerts. So you would just type live on that post, and it will take you to the message bot, and you do have to respond to the messenger bot. It'll send you a message and say, hey, do you want to be on the list? You say yes or get started, and it will put it on there. I can, Pat. I can do that. I can either do that, if I do one this weekend, I can do that all, you know, at the beginning of my live. And if I don't, then next week when I do my live, I'll do it then. I'll try to remember not to do it ahead of time. But yeah, I'll do that so you can see how I do it. It's kind of boring, but you know. Yeah, just go to my page, Wreath Decor by Dawn, and on the top of the page, or at the top of the page, the very first post says, do you want to get live alerts? Just type live. Messenger will send you a message and say, do you want to get the alerts? Type yes or get started. And then please respond to the message you get. If you don't go all the way through it, it won't put you on the list. So you have to say yes at the very end. So it's like you're responding twice to it. But I thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it very much. Let me move it up here so I can see you now. There we go. But thank you all very much. I appreciate you coming and watching and sharing and liking my page and telling your friends. Yeah, Pat, put the name of your page in there too. And I will post a picture. Hello, now you can see me. But I will post a picture tomorrow after I get it done. It'll probably be late because I have a dentist appointment tomorrow afternoon. Gotta go get my teeth cleaned. I've been putting them off for 2 weeks now because of the car issue, so I can't reschedule this appointment or they won't see me. So it'll be probably late tomorrow. Anyway, have a good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you on Saturday or maybe Friday, I will definitely see you next Wednesday. Thank you, Nathan. I love you. Give everybody a hug and a kiss for me. There you go, Pat. Thank you. I'll go and check out your page too and give it a like. Okay, guys, have a good night. We'll see you later.